I want to share with you something very important that will help you become more successful in your relationships, career, business, and every other area of your life. This is one of those things that when you realize it's true, it changes everything. And this principle can be summed up in just 5 words. Let go of who you were to become who you are. What do I mean by this? Well, we all have an image in our heads of who we are, right? We think of ourselves in a certain way, and this can be a problem if who we think we are does not match up with who we actually are. If you don't believe me, ask yourself this question: what prevents you from achieving the goals that you've set for yourself? What's stopping you from getting the success that you desire? It may seem like you lack discipline, motivation, focus, or maybe you feel like you simply don't have enough time. But I'm willing to bet that there is something else at play here, something much more powerful than all of these things combined. You see, we all have a self-image in our minds of who we are. For example, some of us think of ourselves as introverts. So whenever we go out and meet new people and socialize, we keep this self-image in mind and we act according to it. So we think to ourselves, okay, I am an introvert. I don't like talking to people. I'd rather stay quiet and listen. And this belief dictates how we behave. And this is why we might feel uncomfortable, awkward, or shy around people, even though we may want to connect with them. Why? Because our self-image tells us that we are introverts and that we don't belong in social situations. In fact, this is why many people struggle to achieve their goals. You see, your self-image acts as a filter through which you view the world. It affects your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and it ultimately determines whether or not you will succeed. Here's why. Imagine you are trying to hit a target, but you keep missing it again and again. You might start to think, I'm not good at this, or I'm just not a good shot. Now imagine someone comes along and tells you, hey, you know what? You are actually a really good shot, you just need to adjust your aim slightly. Would you believe them? Probably not, because your own beliefs and self-image tell you otherwise. Your self-image is like a lens through which you view the world. If you believe you are not good at something, then no matter how much evidence there is to the contrary, you will still interpret everything through that lens. So what do you do when your self-image is holding you back? How do you change it? Well, first of all, you need to become aware of it. You need to pay attention to the negative thoughts and limiting beliefs that run through your head every day. You know, those little voiceovers that we all have in our minds. For example, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not beautiful enough. Everyone dislikes me. I always screw things up. I'm not capable enough. I'll never succeed. These are some of the common ones that most of us have in our minds. And unfortunately, we usually don't even realize it. We don't become aware of it until we look inside. Once you become aware of these negative thoughts, you need to challenge them. Ask yourself, is there any truth to this? Is it really true that I'm not good enough or smart enough or beautiful enough? And if so, why is that? Most likely, you will realize that there is no real reason. It's just your mind playing tricks on you. You see, our minds are like parasites. They feed off of our attention and they will always try to make us feel bad about ourselves. They will make us doubt our abilities because that's what they know best. But you don't have to listen to them. You have the power to choose what you believe about yourself. And this is where the 5 words that I mentioned at the beginning of the video come into play. You see, when we hold on to who we were, it means that we are holding on to the old version of ourselves. Maybe you used to be shy and now you want to become more outgoing and confident, but you still hold on to who you were, which is why you don't become who you are. You still think of yourself as being shy, even though you want to become more confident and outgoing. That's why letting go of who you were becomes so important. You need to let go of the old version of yourself so that you can become the new person that you want to be. For example, if you want to become more confident, you need to stop thinking of yourself as being shy and insecure. You need to replace those thoughts with empowering affirmations such as I am confident, I am charismatic, I am a natural leader, people love being around me, and so on. The more you repeat these affirmations to yourself, the more you will start to believe in them. And this is how you change your self-image. However, this is only the first step. Once you have changed your self-image, you need to take action. You see, changing your self-image is like setting a new intention or goal for yourself. You can intend all you want to become a millionaire, but unless you take any action towards that goal, it will never happen. The same is true when it comes to changing your self-image. You can repeat affirmations all day long, but unless you put them into action, it will not work. So let's say you want to become more confident. You can repeat affirmations like "I am confident" all day long, but unless you start acting in ways that are consistent with that new self-image, it will not work. For example, if you want to become more confident, you need to start acting in ways that are consistent with that new self-image. So instead of staying quiet in social situations, you need to start speaking up and sharing your opinions. Instead of avoiding eye contact, you need to start looking people in the eyes when you talk to them. These actions will send a message to your mind that you are indeed becoming more confident, and over time your mind will start to believe it as well. And this brings us to the second part of the 5 words. Not only do we need to let go of who we were, but we also need to become who we are. To become who you are means to embody the qualities and characteristics that you want to have. For example, if you want to be more disciplined, then you need to start acting in ways that are consistent with that quality. So instead of procrastinating and wasting time, you need to start being more organized and efficient. Instead of indulging in instant gratification, you need to start delaying gratification and focusing on long-term goals. These actions will send a message to your mind that you are indeed becoming more disciplined, and over time, your mind will start to believe it too. Becoming who you are also means to develop the skills and abilities that are necessary to achieve your goals. For example, if you want to become a great writer, then you need to start writing more and improving your writing skills. There are no shortcuts here. It takes time and effort to develop the skills that are necessary to achieve your goals. But the good news is that unlike what most people believe, it is never too late to learn new skills. So next time you find yourself struggling to achieve your goals, ask yourself this question: am I holding on to who I was? If the answer is yes, then it's time to let go and become who you are. By doing so, you will unlock your true potential and start living the life that you truly deserve. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it valuable, consider subscribing to my channel and joining my awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, I handpicked this video for you to watch next or check out more amazing content. See you tomorrow.